when the prevailing view and opinion of those who believe it's in their best interest to ostracize a family member based on their own views and attitudes, someone is openly deemed within their ranks as an undesirable to be in contact with or to keep a relationship. This may be because they're the polar opposite, perceived as too much of a pain to deal with because they're so different, making them difficult to be around. Their presence is a painful reminder, usually of a hurtful person's personal failure. The gatekeepers fear confrontation about something they don't want unearthed or to be forced to deal with. They represent something the hurtful ones could never achieve in life, and so they don't want to be reminded. They embrace beliefs the hurtful ones cannot stand, like being a Christian, or you name it. Yes, imagine that. Someone who regularly, and everyone around them witnessed it, brought love into a family, sincerely wanted to be part of the family, overtly caring for others, and did what they could do to help in many ways over the years. They were there for their family until they were banished from the fold. If any of this sounds familiar, I'm sorry you're experiencing this pain. This video is for you. It's important to note that the hurtful family would never think this should be done to anyone. They may publicly say everyone is worthy of being loved. Makes a good self-righteous social media post, doesn't it? But in private, they'll cut you out of the picture in a heartbeat. Easy peasy is easier than having you in their lives for any reason based on their view of things. How about that? This is an inside-out, upside-down way of thinking at its best. Most people, healthy people, want someone in their lives who care. They want someone they trust and maybe have entrusted big things to in the past. These ethical, authentic people have stood the test of time, and they have a track record, don't they? But when the chosen one serves no purpose anymore, or will not accommodate the hurtful one's every whim, they're tossed out like trash. This might happen after they tell you to bug off. Probably not their exact words, but you know what I mean. Because you couldn't participate in something exactly as they wanted you to, in something that served them best. In other words, you now have no purpose. Realize this is all about control and completely fueled by self-interest. It's all about self. Isn't that interesting? I've said before, relationships involve more than one person. It's always a two-way street. The situations I've described don't represent relationships, do they? No, they don't. They exhibit a real user-type arrangement where someone is literally acting like a parasite, sucking the life out of someone else, and they cast them aside when they're done with them. This happens all the time, doesn't it? It does. Narcissists are renowned for treating people badly for their own purposes. This is most assuredly narcissistic behavior. When you refuse to play life their way, they're done with you. No meeting in the middle. It's their way or the highway for you. End of story. As a caring person, you will likely be the only one who will miss anyone when you're gone. Before that happens, they may turn to you one day and profess how they always admired you, looked up to you, thought you were amazing, but don't fall for those shallow words from their cold heart. Of course, they don't really believe this. If they did, they have a curious way of showing their great admiration and love for you by now staying as far from you as they possibly can. Matthew 7:12 in the Message provides a quick litmus test to see if you're treating others as you should, and in turn, reverse it to see if they are treating you the same. The scripture says, here's a simple rule of thumb guide for behavior. Ask yourself what you want people to do for you, then grab the initiative and do it for them. Add up God's law and prophets, and this is what you get. Friend, I hope this video lets you know you're not alone. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, be sure to hug the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so you won't miss the next one. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.